Okay, so today, I did a little I did an exercise today. I wrote a letter to myself, to my 45-year-old self from my 25-year-old self, and I am going to be reading it out loud and putting it up on YouTube, because I think this is a good exercise for me to sort of do. And anyway, here goes. Dear 45-year-old me from 25-year-old me, October 27th, 2016. I hope I still have this blog when you read this. But anyways, hi 45-year-old me. Say hello to young and beautiful and thriving and 25-year-old me. I'm currently listening to and singing the song Lost Boy by Ruth B. Great song, by the way. And waiting patiently for this horrible presidential election to be over. It looks to me as of now that we will be a country electing the first woman president. Yay! I cannot say how this will look, but I hope and pray that for our country's sake, no violence will come of this decision. I'm sure my parents will have been long dead and buried by the time you read this to yourself. I just wonder how this will all turn out for me in the future. Will 45-year-old me be satisfied with her life? Do I have a family? Do I have a husband? Kids? Will that even happen for me? Sometimes I think from my horrible childhood that I was never to expect anything good to happen to me. But I'm fairly certain what I want to do with my life, and that's to be a stand-up comic and an actress. This path hasn't been easy for me, but at least I know where I want to begin. I have a job right now. Currently right now as well. It's going great. I have a job at JCPenney. And I've worked in retail my whole life. If I could make a career out of working for JCPenney, I would so take that. JCPenney totally seems like a great place to work and have a career. I've had some definite bad experiences with retail where I went to college, but this is my hometown and my home city, and it's my turf, so of course it's a little easier for me. Now, for 45-year-old me, I must ask that I hope that I am not a drug addict or an alcoholic, and I hope that whoever I am with, or hopefully I am not actually with someone, is not. I've been currently stuck on a boy who is emotionally unavailable to me. And I tend to attract those. I see those men as a challenge for me. These men excite the living hell out of me, and I realize that no good can come of that. I'd rather be alone for the rest of my life than marry an alcoholic, or even a man who is unsure of himself or his relationship with me. I know that's not what I want. I also don't want to rescue anyone anymore, and boy, have I done a lot of rescuing in my life. From your other ex from college to the people who had bad boy written across their forehead, I am totally sick of rescuing men who are inherently dysfunctional in nature. Believe you me. I will take celibacy any day over that nonsense. If I ever fall in love with someone, I want that person to take care of me. But there's still a huge part of me that does not want to let that person in to take care of me. I seriously doubt that there are still men out there that think they can take care of a woman. The roles of men and women change daily, and what we once think of as the man being the primary breadwinner in the family has changed. Just look at your childhood superhero, Sarah Michelle Gellar. Her childhood hero, Sarah Michelle Gellar. She's the primary breadwinner in her family, and she doesn't bat a freaking eyelash at being that. Kudos to her. But maybe look at it from a different view. What do you want from a relationship, and how do you think you're going to get that? I mean, I think it's fair to say that the general pool of men out there are inherently dysfunctional and could be addicted to some sort of substance, or just are mostly workaholics with heads so far up their asses that they're not seeing your pretty and beautiful and totally worth it face for what it is. Maybe don't beat yourself up so much about what they can't see. I'm not picking anyone who I don't think could actually take care of me, though, and maybe I will never indeed marry. Because I just can't end up like my mother, marrying someone that she was unsure of at 23. Because she was too afraid to be financially independent and on her own. That's just plain downright scary. No, I will never do that. And I may not even be cut out for a committed relationship, let alone a committed marriage. I like my one night stands too much, maybe. Who knows? But anyways, I hope 45-year-old me is proud of 25-year-old me because I've accomplished so much so far, and the truth is, I'm really only just getting started. Thank you.